race and he dive bombs into turn 3, you'd expect him to win the race. But let's see what happens. You're stuck on his helmet cam, and we are off. VTL getting a bad reaction off the lights. It's going to be Fadley who makes the best of the rest of the jump, the best of the rest. Fadley's going to send up the inside, maybe to 2-1. No, he's not. He'll file for. Oh my god, so many people around my Platt's gone straight on. What is. Oh, there's a crash, and Aaron's gone down. Oh my lord. Oh my. Oh, I can't restock because the red flag is broken. But VTR's taking the lead. Howling is in second. Science in third. DJ's fourth. Joe's fifth. Fadley sixth. Flat in 7th, Craig in 8th, Nelson 9th, Finley 10th, and Aaron in 11th. Whoa, and Howling tries to squib it. Oh no, Joe and DJ have gone down. What a crazy start to this race. Into turn number 5 for these three. Fadley's in 4th. He survived the most out of that. I think what happened there is everyone wanted to try and outbrake each other to turn 1, and that just caused everybody to. All the front guys anyway to run off, and then everyone in the midfield were all like 4 abreast, and eventually I think Aaron hit the grass and hit the deck, and then Nelson hit the back of him, and then Finley had nowhere to go. But yeah, it's all calmed down hopefully, and Howland's found his way through on Sire. Here we go into turn 10. Sire up the inside of Howland, who's going to set him up, but Howland's doing not actually, no he's not. He's going to keep it lent over, and he's going to maintain second place. And now up the hill they go. But looking to try and attack Fadley as soon as possible. Hard on the brakes, and Platt goes through. Will Fadley try and overtake into this final corner? Platt's going to cover it off. Fadley's going to try and get the run on him out the final corner, but unfortunately Platt's got a Ducati, so that might be quite hard to do. And Finley's gone down again. Finley's having an absolute torrid time at the moment. So Platt's now been unleashed. He is 2 seconds off the lead. He's the second off this group, and Nelson's disconnected. So Prima Pramat Racing Ducati, it's fair to say you're having an absolute stinker in this round. Go down the hill once again for turn 5. Oh, Howland's gone straight on. Howland's gone straight on at turn 4. The Honda's bit him, and now he's going to rejoin in 5th place. And the group basically looks the same, to be honest. That's all pretty similar, around about 6 tenths per second. Howland's a bit closer to Fadley. But yeah, VTR is in the lead. He's got Sire behind him and Platt as well, so we'll see how this race pans out. Gonna run at the back, we have got Joe, who's holding off DJ, 7th place. Joe being one of the victims of turn 4. This race could be really bunched up at the start if the midfield guys didn't crash. But it's how it is, and Sire now is he's going to fall victim to Platt very soon. He's got the run, he's already through. Can Sire fight back on the brakes into the final, into Bullet corner? Don't think he can. Surprised he might, it just won't happen. Oh, and Joe and DJ side by side making contact with each other, but Joe remains in front, but DJ's got the horsepower with the V4. He's going to go round the outside of the Yamaha, he's going to turn it underneath him, I think. Joe's Yamaha just turns, and DJ's actually gone off the track, and he's now, I think he's going to stay in front of Aaron, but he's going to lose a lot of ground. Howell will be absolutely kicking himself with that mistake he made a lap ago. Sire's not being dropped at the moment, and Platt's actually made a mistake there. He's gone on the curb. Here comes Sire, pulls alongside, he outbrakes the champion, and he moves up into 2nd place. Very aggressive move. And he's through back into 2nd place, and Fadley's gone down at turn 5. Platt's going to try and turn it underneath of Sire at turn 7, use him as like a barrier, trying to wall ride, and he's through. Platt's back in front. through turns 8 and 9 now. Can Saya get some slipstream? Trying out drag, flat down to turn 10 and trying out braking. Doesn't look like it. But it's a wide line. Saya just can't quite get it turned underneath him. And Fabulous put down against the Fabulous fight for a podium is over after leading. No, he didn't lead, he never led, did he? And now he's falling all the way back down again. But it does seem to be, he's very strong on entry, that's for sure. Maybe he hasn't got the greatest of corner speed, which is the only thing that could possibly catch him out. Especially in corners where he runs quite wide, but I think with Sai doesn't have to worry now as long as he doesn't make too many mistakes. Like that. That was a very scary game right out to the white line. Oh, then the brakes into turn 3 now. And into turn 4. So it looks like it's going to be one of these 3 to win this race currently. I think he's going to try and set up for turn 10 maybe. And the problem with turn 10 is his line. It'd be good for overtaking, but Vito leaves the game on a cutback because of how wide he likes to go. Vito holds firm for now, but for how long? What might try here. You saw how strong he was compared to Sai. Look how wide he is, how much time he takes the exit, so he can take more exit speed up here, up the hill. He's just going to go all the way to left to defend, but he can't, and he doesn't, and that allows Platt to go through. Easy pickings for Platt there. Vito needed to stay left, defend the position, but he just didn't. But can he try something into turn 1? Down the straight, in the slipstream. Platt getting on the grass. Vito running quite wide, he's going to put it back. No, he can't see if he won't put back. And that might be it. Well, VollgazzRacing has gone, mistakes come thick and fast, so we'll see how it goes. As Craig is once again top 5 man, and he's starting to claw in on Howling. So I think Craig, when he's on form, I think you can call him as the top 5. Just find him somewhere in the top 5. He cruises round and generally doesn't make too many mistakes, and because of that he just ends up in the top 5. His pace is round about top 5 anyway, so yeah, with the Yamaha, that team, apart from in Motogp with Josh, really struggled this season. But with Craig, he seems to have found some consistency. His DJ's gone down at turn 8, and that might promote Aaron move into 7th place. Yes, it does. Still, as we can see, still all over the place in braking. Howling trying to. This is a tricky part of the race where everything's set up now. It's just really just try and do your own thing, even if someone is closing in a little bit on you. And he's gone down. You got that little bit of a bobble in the front and the rear, and then the front again. And he's gone down. And he's into 6th. Luckily, I think the gap's big enough to Aaron, and he will be in 6th. That now means Craig jumps to 4th, and Joe is now into the top 5. Back at the front, Platt's extended a 1 second gap over VTR. There's a 1.6 second gap over Saya, so these 3 I suspect are like starting to settle for the podium. I say that, and Saya sees the front. I was not going to say anything because we usually roast him for how bad he is in terms of trying to stay on, but he's done really well to that point. As I say, they're starting to settle for the podium. He goes into turn 3 and does the Lorenzo in 2009 and loses the front. And now, Craig finds himself in a podium place. Oh, let's say a lap ago, all he does is just stay on. He just rides around comfortably, stays on, and usually finds him in the top 5, but now found him inside the top 3. I don't quite remember how his start went. I think he was with the lot that went straight on, or got caught, or he was caught up in the Aaron, the whole crash happened as well. But this race ain't over, that's for sure. Let's see how Joe brakes. Yeah, he's very sideways. He's definitely unorthodox, very howling style. If Howling was ever ride a Yamaha, I think that's sort of how he'd ride it. Rear sliding out everywhere. DJ now starting to close the gap back down on Aaron. Move back into 7th position. Finley's gone down and he's gone. Not surprised. All gone to pot for him, unfortunately. DJ slide in the rear out turn 1 as he goes into turn 2, which isn't really a corner, but it kind of is on the back. Hard on the brakes. Now approach turn 3. Dyer started. Ooh, Joe's gone wide at turn 5, and he's just about stayed on. Oh, Sire's down again. Sire's gone down. Turn 6. That's a very weird place to crash. Just just saw that, but now permits Harley back inside the top 5. So, Joe, he's done no practice, he hates Brno. He still could be on for a podium here. Him versus Craig. Or there's a 3 second, or 2.8 second gap on either side. Between the two Yamahas. Both supporting Rossi helmets. Who will win the battle of the M1s. Back extending this gap now to 3 seconds. And Aaron now under the pressure from DJ, who goes up the inside, forces him to sit the bike up, and DJ now moves into 7th. But Aaron's going to try and get the cut back up the hill. He does. Side by side they go. But DJ, at the end of the hill, he's just got more horsepower. He's able to stay in front, but Aaron's going to try to switch back, and he's made it work. To be fair, he's forced him up the inside, forced his way up the inside, and he moves back into 7th place. Oh, Joe's gone down, so that's his quest for the podium over. Aaron breaks extremely early for turn 1. He'll be getting a bit scared. Oh, and he's well, if he break it early, they didn't expect him to do that, but. I'm guessing he braked early, realised he braked early, let the brake off, and that's sort of what happens. But meanwhile, Joe unfortunately had gone down as well, I believe at turn 1. So now Craig, he's safe in it, he's got a podium wrapped up as long as he can stay on. Who's going to win the battle between these 3 for 4th place? Sire is probably the fastest one of the 3, but probably the most inconsistent one of the 3 as well. Howling, he lets the door wide open, and so they try to go the inside into turn 8, he just can't quite do so, into turn 9. Howling defends the switchback. No, he does this, he just about does. Sire goes on the inside curve and you have to sit the bike up, or the bike sits itself up, and DJ's gone down again. So that now puts Fadley into wait for maybe Aaron into 9th, depending on where DJ's crashed. Oh, Sire, where's Sire going? Sire sits the bike up, he doesn't crash, and he stays on. Up the hill they go. With this small little bit of barling that's going on, Joey's starting to close the gap on these two. Sire was immense amount of entry speed compared to the Honda. Oh, DJ's come down again, and that is to promote Aaron into 8th place. Has Sire gone wide? Yeah, he has. He's gone to the grass. DJ's gone as well. Yeah, Howland's got a bit of breathing room for now. 3 laps to go with this race. Come on, guys, stay on and give us a show. Howland looks to be the strongest of the 3 so far in terms of consistency. He's just doing enough to hold on. The Honda wheeling a lot out the corner. And that Honda just simply won't turn. There's no way about it. It just won't turn. And you can see the Ducatis and the Yamahas clawing the gap. The gap's just 1.7 seconds. It's now 9/10 to Joe. So that second sector is a really bad place for the Honda. But I think for once everybody's going to VTR has gone down at turn 11, but he's just got a big enough gap to hold off Craig. Well, we can't afford any more mistakes because Craig will be able to capitalise. Here we go, hard on the brakes for the penultimate corner, as they will start their penultimate lap of the race, lap 10 of 11. I think everyone should be able to finish as long as they stay on. Into turn 1 they go. Side doesn't run as wide this time. Runs wide but not onto the grass. Side's going to try and set the bike up as early as possible. The thing is, he can't get it back to the apex to do that. The paddle's gone down. This angle, it looks like Howling. Oh god, that was bad. Howling is using a very like Mick Doohan riding style. Double left, and now we're going double right, and now we go to the hairpin left, which follows another left-hander. Oh, that is getting really close now. The Howling where will he make his move? Oh, Howling's wide, he's gone wide. And that now allows Side to go through. Can Joe pounce on it? Oh, Howling tried it, but he just couldn't quite do it, as Side's front end nearly goes as well. All 3 of these are on the limit. Die in the final lap for these guys. Plateau miles out in front. Here we go into turn 1. Joe's going to try and turn it underneath Howling, but I don't think he's going to be quite able to. As we now get the run down to turn 3. Here we go, hard on the brakes. Who's going to... Howling... Just none of them are close enough to attack each other at the moment. Change direction to turn 4. That Honda could just stop wheeling and keep its front end planted. Howling might stand a chance somewhere. Now we get to the really weak sector of the Honda. Howling moves. Oh, there's no way he gets that stopped. He's just about got it stopped, but maybe at a consequence. Ooh, Isaiah nearly goes down. Joe's going to turn it underneath Howling into turn 7. And Joe goes through. But Alan's going to try and run it round the outside. Joe's forced to take a really, really strange line. That's left side of the hook to get 4th place. I think Joe's going to be able to hold on, but Alan's going to attack. Surely, if he can. You're going to have to cut away as Platt is going to come around the final corner and win race 7 out of 7. And he's won it. VTR will finish 2nd. Who's going to win the battle for 5th place? Hamlin, you've got to try it, man. You've got to try it. He does. Oh my god. VTR's just trying to take 2nd.
Not how long?
Oh my god. Oh, what's that? I knew he was gonna send. I felt he was gonna send it, but not like.
As the riders do their
Right. Anyway,
laps,
Platt's
let's take a
1,
look at
VTR
the final
2nd, Craig's
classification
3rd,
of the
Sire's
race we've
4th,
just
Joe's 5th, Howling 6th, Fadley 7th, and Adwin's 8th.
Oh my god.